Good day. Today's live cryptocurrency trading lesson is episode number 92 of the Bull Market Watch. This is February 16th, 2019, and today we've got a super cool live stream, and I really just couldn't wait to get started on this. As we run through our technical analysis of more than 50 different cryptocurrency charts, we are going to find some life-changing opportunity markets. And I'm very excited because these are the days right now in 2019 that we're going to look back on, and we are going to regret not taking action on what's right in front of us. In fact, some of us are feeling FOMO right now. Did you see that move on storage that just took off? There's a bit of history I want to go into just to start off with here. I want to go to our crypto signals service on the website, IntroToCryptos.ca. You can find that up along the top side here, trading alerts. And this package, I'll explain more about this at the end of the show. But what I want to talk about here is storage that was listed at 51% profit at the time. And what I want to do is go into the website here where our members who have this subscription, they can go into the Binance market alerts, and then the poloniex market alerts are the same thing. So we have our open alerts, things that are coming up, and we have our open trades. These are ones that are already in existence. We already took these trades. And check this out, 100%, 84%, 84%, 67%, 65, 51. Storage was listed at 51%. And what would this do for your trading? If you had a stack full of trades like this in your portfolio right now that were up all of these great, fantastic percentages, all the way down, 19%, 9%, 5%, all the way down. We do have a few that are down. I don't think we still have that one's already gone. But most of the trades, you can see they add up to some fantastic profits here. And what I want to look at is storage. So this signal we had placed on December the 13th. And you can see here that the trade was actually initiated on the 22nd of January. So now let's go take a look at it because we got in at 4032. So I want to write that down here, 4032. And right now you can see it's trading at 87.45. So I put that into the calculator here, 87.45. And that is already 117% gain. And this is what you could have been trading if you had been in our alert service, because we had that identified, as we could see back in this screenshot. Here's all of the parameters. Here's the entry level. Here's the profit level. Here's the stop loss level. And as things played out, here's our entry level that we got tagged in here on the 22nd of January. Held through these moves as the news was coming out and the excitement was coming out. Some pump and dump groups talked about it, and away it has taken off. Fantastic. And we can go back to our crypto signals here, and we can see that there's many other trades that have been doing really well right now. But what we're going to go over here today is going to be just as exciting, because there are a ton of markets that are lining up to be just as exciting as those ones already. So if you're interested in those kind of things, let me know in the chat. But would that be something you'd like to check out? M. Babs, good to see you here. Would you like to find out what markets are actually shaping up like this now? Why is that not changed over? Must be some lag. All right, let's dig in. First of all, the quick disclaimer. This isn't trading advice, just market observation, and you can read the rest of the disclaimer down in the description below. So these are the days right now in 2019, and all of us are going to look back onto this time in 2019 as the time when action should have been taken. So I want to go through all of these things, and I also want to remind you that you can go to IntroToCryptos.ca, go to the homepage of the website and you can download the free chapter that explains this trading plan, and you also get access to this spreadsheet. And so the spreadsheet is a pretty deep reservoir of information about each one of these markets now. As we go along from day to day, you can start to see the patterns from top to bottom where we see, where is storage? Let's go over to storage since we're focusing on storage. It was a near fail, it was a fail, then it went to neutral, then it was a buy, it went to cold fish, went to an alert, and then it turned into a buy. We said it pulled back a little bit, so we would say that was just an alert. And now, of course, today it's going to be marked as a hold, so that in our data, we're going to add up all of the markets that are bullish and all of the markets that are bearish to fill out our spreadsheet. And we'll start off with Bitcoin. So in our trading plan, we're looking for the moving average to cross over and the price to break above the support and resistance. So normally we would say the 1, the number 2, and the number 3 point, and we're actually going to wait for prices to break above 42.85 before this actually turns into a buy signal for this simple trading plan. Other trading plans would take this as a buy signal as it broke out above here. Other trading plans would wait for it to pull back before it turned into a buy signal. So we're just going to go through and just keep marking out all of our details following this plan. Now I marked it as an alert last time, so I'll stick with it. Officially, it should wait until it breaks above the higher level, not right there. Let's go back to poloniex now. Scroll back to Ardor. Okay, let me stop for a second and look over at the chat. We have people watching. The reason I do this is so that you guys can follow along. I must have paused my playback video over there. And if you have any questions, let's take a look at them. So, can I take a look at XVG? Yes, I know you don't like privacy coins, but you know what? I have to change my tune on privacy coins. This one, I'll just take a second to mark it in as neutral. And the reason I have to change my tune on privacy coins is because more of them are coming out and they're not getting shut down. So I could be wrong on that. Let me get all these things sorted out here. Good. Ardor, I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to put that as an alert. That looks like it's just about to take right off from here. There's so many things that are building up to be in alert status. It's crazy right now. And we're going to jump over to Binance and take a look at XVG. XVG. See, I got it marked here. Well, it's one of the ones that's pulled back the most. And, you know, it hasn't moved up above the 200 period moving average. So it may be the best time to put your money in since it's had these pumps and pulled back, It could be the very best moment. And yet my trading plan for me is this is still a little early. It still hasn't made the moving average crossovers that other markets are. And so they would be more interesting to me than this. Though, you know, putting $5 into it is not a bad idea. And putting the sell orders up here, it could turn into $10 pretty quick and you could reinvest it. But not fitting into my best looking coin. Storage is on a tear. Isn't that awesome? I know there's some people in our trading group that are doing well on that one. That was one that we were watching now since mid-December when they first came out with the news that they were releasing version 3 of their storage system network. And sure enough, away it goes. It's very satisfying to see that. Kieran wants to take a look at APPC and ELF, and then we'll go through the routine. Got to get rid of this. I'll go here. APPC. Scribbled on that quite a bit. Oh yeah. So you can see, let me get rid of some of these selectively. This one, and this one, and that one stays. So you can see here, this was another one of our alerts. And this square box was the entry price. There's our target price. You could be taking your profits now. And this was our stop loss that was never touched. So it was a really great trade, a really great entry. For my own part, I wouldn't take that profits on that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to take profits. I let the market tell me how correct I am. My job is to know when I'm wrong and to get out of trades when I'm not correct. After that, once it's turned into correct, I put my stop loss above my order and I sit on my hands. I want to let the market decide how correct I am. So when I do these alerts and we put these targets there, you could take some of your profits there, maybe, but the overall strategy we're striving for is to add on to profitable trades, not take part of your profits when it's just turned profitable. We haven't seen a top formation at all here yet. So I love this trade, and I'm so glad it's one of our profitable trades that we have. Just hold on to it for now. And ELF. ELF. Oh, yeah. Also a fantastic trade. It's just crossed over the 200 period moving average, but the 200 period moving average is on its way down. So it's on a downtrend still. So this isn't going to last. This is going to pull back. It may come up for a while and stuff, but then it'll pull back. It was a great trading signal as things consolidated here. If you would have been already purchased on the lows here or on the way up, that's great. I wouldn't want to be chasing anything that's already started to move. You never know how far they're going to go up and how far they're going to go down. You got to get into them early. So when we start to see something like this, then I want to open it up and I want to look at the RSI just before the price moved. I want to look at the on balance volume. I want to look at the MACD indicator. I want to know everything about the market just before it moved so that I can take my cursor and move it over one step at a time. One step, one step, one step. And that's when I want to be starting to pay attention to other coins that are making these patterns right here. You see that crossover? Let me double click on this. See this crossover here? That's the moment. That crossover, this breakout, the RSI move. Alrighty. So beautiful. Could we do it now? Could we do it now? Maybe. You got to be more ballsy to be jumping in now, but yeah, maybe. It really could. When you're getting ballsy and you're jumping in on a trade like this, you could just go to the market now and buy it, whatever you go and set at the market, and you just purchase it. And then you would treat it the same way as if you had planned it out earlier and that you would be watching it and you would only hold it if it proved you correct. So this is some of the key ways to decide, should I get in? Should I chase it? This is pretty nice that it's come back to this consolidation. It's actually not a bad moment to get in. And you have to decide those things for yourself for every one of these markets once you're into the trading decision mode. Overall, yeah, it's great. It's just that first few minutes of a trade that are the most dangerous when you're first getting into it. If you had just purchased it, it would be looking great. Immediately proved you correct. Maybe in a few minutes you could put your stop loss up above your entry and you'd be almost like home free. Oh, boom, boom. Awesome. Now, let's go back to our spreadsheet. So this is what we're going to be updating. We're going to go through everything in this spreadsheet down below and just quickly go through and update things. If you have a market you'd like me to go through, you can ask that in the chat and I'll stop the routine and go through that most of the time. Sometimes I keep going. Depends if I notice. So, Ardor, 3-month view. I just turned this into an alert and it looks like this is a great moment. Basic attention token. It was an alert yesterday and it broke above our alert levels, so I'm going to make it into a buy. Now that it is a hold in our bullishness index, it wouldn't turn out of a hold until these moving averages crossed over again, or until prices broke down below this entry level. So if it started to come back down here, I would change it to a blue color and call it a cold fish. And we'll see how that goes. BNT, for the order I have, we know this is going to be neutral for a while yet. I think BCH, ABC, has to be neutral, and it'll be the same for SV. Near fail still. Probably should be a fail. BCN only on poloniex. Got to zoom way out to the 1 year view to get a perspective on this, and it's still laying flat. It hasn't picked up a bit, which could be good, but you know, could be good if you're patient. BTC we already did. BTS. We've had this as an alert for a few days. Would this be a buy? Is it far enough above this to say that it would be a buy? I'll say not yet. Could be, but that's okay. Burst. This one also is very, very close. I'm going to leave it as an alert. It hasn't made a big, like, strong move. Clam, the other day we had this as neutral, and there's some big spikes coming up here. This is now a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, and prices are moving stronger off that. If our moving averages cross over and this starts to show a bit of strength off that, I'm going to take that as a, wow, that is the 1 year view. I'm going to take that as a trend continuation formation here, and that prices are going to be continuing to go up from here. So I have to put it as an alert from that neutral. Hey, Send Crypto, good to have you along. I see you're still bullish on Litecoin. You should come and join us on our Discord chat and share your videos there when you post them. Civic Coin is a consolidation pattern. When that moving averages cross over, it's like a no-brainer. You've got to do it. But these pre-pump patterns are showing us that something big is going to happen. And it's done some pretty big candle wicks in the past. So I like this chart formation. And I'm going to warm it up to, and I can't put, yes, I can put it as an alert. But we know as the simple trading plan, we have to wait for these moving averages to cross over and the price to break above the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation for that trading signal to be valid. So we would not be getting into any of these because that moving average hasn't crossed over. So we wouldn't even react to any of these things. We are waiting for more. Awesome. Hey, J. Adams Dirk, good to have you along. Send Crypto, I'm glad you're going to be joining our Discord chat. I should have that. Chat. Join our Discord chat channel. Come on and join us. And you can talk about our, here's our crypto signals. I'm going to go back to the home page. Apologize, I should have this loaded up. But go to this home page and get the free chapter of the book. It's the most important chapter of the whole book. And I give it away for free. And you also get the bull market spreadsheet. Just sign up on this home page here. Then you have to click on free course up on the top corner here. This will get you in there faster after you've signed up. Other than that, I'll be updating your profile so you get access. Hey, Muzmuz705, Mutz, good to have you along. So anyway, go and sign up for that free training because it coincides with what we're doing on these studies every day, and it'll make this make sense when you're going through it. Then you'll be able to go through your own markets and do this on your own. So Dash, we already have this as a hold. We bought this one out of this consolidation pattern a little before the moving averages crossed over, but it's confirming now, and it might be an add-on signal to create is really getting close. I'm going to wait for these moving averages to cross over. There's no hurry, but I am going to put it as an alert because it could move out quickly from where it is now. Digibyte, this is only on poloniex. It actually took me a while to realize that. It's neutral and near fail, actually. Doge, Doge I've got high hopes for, and this is starting to make my high hopes shape up. I had the picture in my mind that this looked like an Alaskan sled dog sled. If I get rid of all of these extras. And you see on the weekly here, the 1 week chart, how prices have made these bottoms, made this higher bottom, this higher bottom. This is the higher bottom, and it just ticked up off that. And it seems to me that we are just about to have Doge go to a whole new level, an entirely different level out of this chart. It's going to flatline this chart. So I call it the sled dog pattern, and I think it's crazy. Zoom into the 3-month view. It's not quite there yet, but it's starting to warm up. Hey, I'm happy to look at your babies, Karen Ray. That's awesome. Now, EOS, we had this as this is another one of our alerts that you would have been sitting on pretty. We got into this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here, and we held all the way along this, and then we had another alert as it's taking off here. This would be your add-on signal. Now you're much bigger when on your winning trade than you were on all of your losing trades before. This is a really important statistical thing to do in your trading, is to have a bigger trade on when you're winning and very small trades on when you are losing, so that your losses are smaller. Anyway, what do we do this in our Doge? I have to leave it as neutral. EOS is still our hold. Ethereum Classic we had as an alert. Oh, and it's still an alert. It has a, I thought it would actually go up by now, but it's pulled back a little bit. Ethereum, it is a hold because we got into it just the other day, a few days ago. As it consolidated, we noticed that and put it as an alert, and it went higher, so we took that as a trade. Now I would actually put it as an alert again. Break above these levels is going to be significant, but it's not moving yet. So for Litecoin, I'm waiting a divergence between the price and the RSI. We'll take a look at Litecoin in a second. We're almost there. Factum, this one's wavering. One moment it looks like it's going to be going up. The next moment it looks like it's going to be going down. Certainly has come down to important technical levels and laid there for such a long time. I am bullish on it just because of the way it is sitting there, but it's not moving anywhere yet. So I'm going to leave it as a near fail, actually, because even though I think it's going to go up, the chart is not looking like it's going to go up. Foam, zoom in on that. Actually, I'm going to make it an alert. If it's breaking above those levels, no matter what history it's got something going on that I don't know, and I better be alert about it. If it's going higher, I want some. This is looking pretty good. It's now making, it's got to come up and make a better formation, but it's looking better. Gas is actually one of my favorite charts. And these are some of the charts that are going to be life-changing charts. This kind of setup here, I'm going to leave it as an alert, but as I'm saying that, I'm going to skip back here to BitShares, and I just did that 1 week view of Dogecoin. I want to do the same thing with BitShares and just get a perspective as to what some of these life-changing moments could be. Nobody knew it back in 2017, what was coming. Nobody saw it. There was no evidence of this in the past. We have some evidence here right in front of us. So what does it mean when prices go from, say, 1,000 Satoshi to 10,000 or 14,000 Satoshi? What is that? That's 1,000% gain. But what is 1,000% gain? You guys help me out here. 1,000% on $100 would be $100, and we go, no, okay, I got $100 with 2 zeros, and then I'm going to put in 1,000, and I calculate the percentage gain. That's 900% gain. So that's 10 times your money. seems like there should be more out of it than 1,000 to 2,000 is doubling your money, and up to 4,000 is quadrupling, right? So this would take $100 and turn it into 1,000 or $1,400. It would take 1,000 and turn it into 10,000 or $14,000. And this is why some of the cryptocurrency people made such crazy money, is that they took $1,000 and turned it into $10,000, and some of them sold into Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin went from there to craziness. You know, there's so many great ways to do it. And this is what we're looking at right now. Something like that coming up. It's going to take a little bit longer, but these are the kind of crazy opportunities that we're lining up to right now. So gas is another one of those. And write these down. If you're not actually going to trade them, write them down. We are putting them in this spreadsheet. We'll come back and see them later, and you'll know you missed out or you didn't. This one, I've got to put it as an alert. It's making a little wee 1, 2, 3 bottom formation over a period of time that is big enough. Where's our moving averages? Sure enough, I put it as an alert, and it'll go green if those moving averages cross over. So that is more bullishness. The more alerts, the more... Oh, I love it. Grin, new coin. I don't know anything about it. I should read up on it. Hunter coin. Meh. I'll give it neutral because that last candle's green. Kyber network token. Look at this. This is got some pre-pump patterns in here that are standing out. It's right there in front of us. The moving averages have crossed over. I'm going to jump this one right from an alert to a hold. No, I'll put it up to an alert. Tomorrow we'll make it a hold. We'll make it break above these levels. Not FOMOing in. It may be a few more days of it going sideways. I'll wait for it to actually break above these levels before I turn that to green. Library credits, though. Mutz is good with math. This. Wasn't an alert? I'll put it an alert, and tomorrow it's going to be a hold. We'll make it go above these technical levels here. Where's the line? These levels here. And that's a beautiful bottom formation that's taken a long time to build up. That's absolutely fantastic. Go to our 5-year view of this, and look what this has done. It's gone from, what, 300 maybe to 30,000. That's not 300 to 3,000, right? That's 10 times. 300 to 30,000 is 100 times. I don't know if this project will have the juice to go back there, but okay, it's at 650, so that would be still 50 times. That would be life-changing. That could be life-changing. These are just phenomenal. It just gives you butterflies in your stomach when you see these things, especially since we just recently saw it all happening in 2017. And we're building up. There's more institutional investors coming. Don't be kidding yourself. This stuff is getting prepared. These are the accumulation phases. I'm going to put this one at, I guess I can only put it as neutral. I want to put it as an alert, but it's got to mature a little bit more. LPT, I keep skipping this one, and it would be an alert. If it breaks higher than this, it has to be a buy. It's done. Yeah, you just have to do it. If it's breaking higher, I don't know what it is, but I would have to put a little bit of money in that. And I don't have that in the sheet, but I'll have to add it in. Lisk, down, lower lows. This is, it's a different trading pattern now. It's not looking at a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation as much as this kind of triangle wedging down to a triangle like that. Then a tiny little 1, 2, 3 bottom changes the entry point. And so this, I'm going to make it an alert right now because it'll have a lot of power built up in this. There's a lot of juice built up into that pattern. So we'll see that really move when it does go. That's an important one. Wow. From 32 to 47, it'll be coming from 32 to 71 to 65 maybe. That's a really great one. That's a fantastic alert now. Now, Litecoin, let's take a look at this. Okay, so I scribbled the other day that I would like it to come back and make an ascending wedge triangle and then bursting higher. So it's done the first little wave of that. Let's check the, what are we looking at? 12-hour bars. 3-month view. There's our 12-hour bars. And so we are definitely seeing, well, lower highs here, lower highs there, but not really diverging. So, and then we do have a little bit lower on balance volume, but it is not negative. It hasn't switched from positive to negative here on this time frame. Then if we move into the 1-month view and we start to get a different idea of that, clean up those, it's still not giving me any divergence enough to give me a sentiment on it yet. And this hasn't turned into negative strongly enough to make me feel negative yet. In fact, oh, that bugs me. Let's zoom in. 3-month, okay, 1-week view, and pull back. Get rid of the Bitcoin in the background. I'll start drawing. This, I'll start drawing. This was a shoulder. This I consider to be the head. This I consider to be a shoulder. And this was really bearish when it was breaking below that. Then, as it was coming along here, it was very bearish all the while it did not break above it. That was bearish. That was really, scary. And then it came up to here again, and as it was showing any weakness there, that was really bearish. Then poof, it's poked above here and changed its sentiment now, and it's uncertain. Now it's back. It's moved itself back up into a more of an uncertain thing, and I can't get any traction until it chooses one direction or another out of this. And part of the reason that I'm so flaky on this would be that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin are all in these major decision points. So if we go out to the 4-hour view in each of these charts here, and Stellar as well, pull it back, whoops. Pull the chart back, pull the time frame back. You can see how everything is at really critical levels here. So it wouldn't be unhealthy for it to pull back a little bit before going higher. That would be quite normal for Ethereum and Litecoin. That would be no problem. Wouldn't be challenging the change of trend at all. In fact, I'm expecting that, but I'm expecting a little bit later. I'm expecting Bitcoin to go up to $5,100 first, and then have all of these things coming down. But that's just a conspiracy theory. So Litecoin, if it starts breaking below this, yep, I'm in with you for bearishness, and I'll be watching for this kind of thing right here, where we have this going flat. Let me change the color of that, and then this diverging right at that moment. Not enough in the on-balance volume to support it, but if this continues while this is going sideways, that would be a real bearish accumulation. So cool, love it. Great to have the conversation. E kunte kinte. What are your roots? I didn't know that Geordi from Star Trek played kunte kinte, you know? And I may be wrong. I may have gotten that wrong. This is a killer chart, and this is an absolutely life-changing project. But the chart's not a buy signal yet. I know that when this goes, it's going to be monumental. Look at the size of that triangle. This is just mind-blowing. I've been talking about this for as long as I've been doing videos, I think. And I've been doing them since 2015. So yes, I was talking about this in 2015, definitely. Here's when I was, especially this bull shape here in this run up, I didn't sell. I didn't take my profit on this one. I kept holding. Now I've learned a lot more about top formations and taking my profits. If you're having trouble with top formations and actually taking your profits and you're holding your cryptos until they turn into losses, I'd invite you to take our, at the end of the video, I'll talk more about that. I think, yeah, I am correct, about Jordy. Anyway, this is crazy, but it's not an alert yet. I'm going on and on about it. And it's just neutral in our data. we're only at mana, which is shaping up real nice now. It's really done a turnaround here. And this isn't enough data here on poloniex for mana, but I'm going to make it an alert. And I can't. It's just not crossing over. We'll look at, that's on Binance too, and that's some of our other alerts. We go over everything on Binance in much more detail. Okay, this turns into a near fail. Good thing it's not a trade, because rule number 1 would have kicked you out of this. If you were getting into that at all, thinking that breakout was something, as soon as it's not proving you correct, you have to get out immediately. Only hold the trades that prove you correct once you've decided on what it's going to be doing. Namecoin, what a cool looking chart, actually. What a cool looking chart. I love it, but it's still a fail. NXT, of course, is a fail. OMG. OMG is turning into a tiny little 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. And so it's still neutral for this trading plan. A different trading plan would be all over that. But this one is waiting. We're not going to jump on to fake out breakouts. This is another one that's going to really do a big move when it does, just by the shape of the pattern here. I'll give it neutral. It's up to neutral instead of fail. Pascal, I guess it's up to neutral. I'll say near fail. It's still too low. I'll make it go up a little bit higher to give us neutral. Poly we'll take a look at. It's not on the spreadsheet, but it's not looking good. PPC, it's on our spreadsheet. You can see here that we've got an alert on this one as it's been sitting on these levels. I would say it's still a near fail though. Quantum is looking a little bit better. As we zoom in on this one, it's making a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, like a trend continuation here. Strength on that would be looking really good. We'd have to wait for our moving averages to cross over though, so we're a little bit held back on this trading plan. It's a slower, less often trading. This one's still a hold. Try to hold for a longer period of time. It's not a day trading strategy, what I'm presenting here, what I'm teaching. SBD, I would say that would be an alert if it breaks higher. I'll leave it marked as an alert for bullishness. Siacoin was a near fail the other day. It's up a whole Satoshi, but I'm going to give it a near fail again. SNT, okay, this is looking better now. Now that it's consolidating here, a strength above these levels would be good. What, our moving averages, these are 1-day moving averages. That's even harder to get the crossover. So when these cross over and this breaking above these shoulders, we've already identified it'll be good. I'll put it neutral, but it may be an alert tomorrow. Steam was an alert, and now it is a hold. That's another great one. Oh, that's going to do something. So don't FOMO on this one. At least write it down as a paper trade. And then you can feel good that you are practicing the patterns. Whether you trade or not, it's more about practicing the strategy of making money work for you. We had a great conversation. STR. Zoom in. You know, maybe, look at this. It's been the 10th to the 17th. That's 7 days. Yeah, that's not very much of a bottom formation. I'll give it neutral, but so we were having a good conversation in our Discord chat as we go over to Strat now about setting up these portfolios. What would you do if you were just starting out? How would you do it? And the important part of investing versus trying to day trade. Strat is pulling back into a nice little cup with handle. I like it. I'm going to make that an alert right where it stands. And let me draw on that so that we remember tomorrow that it's a cup with handle, which is the buy signal right here, right close. And it has to prove you correct immediately or you get out. It's not correct, but it's either going to prove you correct right away or it's not, and it's going to move quickly out of a consolidation like this. That's the key thing, is that you find a consolidation where prices are squished and they're going to move quickly. When you are incorrectly, it is with you right away and you can move your stop above it. So Strat is an alert. And anyway, we're talking about the philosophy of doing this stuff, and it's important that for me, I think the cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin trading is a killer app because this is as a buy, because what a chart. Because you can start off with micro investing. You can start off with just pennies or dollars. You could get your computer mining and make a couple dollars over a couple weeks even, and start putting that into these trades. You could then grow it by 20% and grow that and grow that. And the habit of taking those little bits of money and growing them over the period of time is what changes the way you're thinking and feeling about your relationship with money. Then is when financial success starts to happen. It's the little things. So don't put it off just because you don't have enough money. If you have $10, you have enough money. It's probably best to do it with $10 because it's not going to have any emotion to it. You'll leave it there and keep growing it. Well, look at this one. You'll keep that worker working for you. You'll never take it out. Pretty soon it'll be $30, and pretty soon it'll be $300, and it'll be more and more. This, I'll move it up to neutral just because it's come a bit off these bottoms. Could do something. And so this is an exciting part about me. And if I can help other people come across those ideas and start to build them into your habits, then I've made a difference in the world. I made it could be a profound difference to your life. It could be a profound difference to your family's life. I'm going to leave this as an alert. Even though it's pulled back this much, this is normal as we're getting ready in these formations. That's normal. It hasn't come back below the number 3 point. It's still good. This alert still stays. So, XPM. Not yet. Neutral, I guess. It's not looking like a near fail. Ripple, what are you doing? You are a I gotta say, that's it's a near fail. So any below that, it's a fail, and it would be a sell signal. It would be a short trade. Anyway, here's a 1, 2, 3 building up now. So it's still neutral, but it would be an alert pretty quickly. It's come down such a nice straight trend line, and then to make that bottom formation, that's nice. It's a clean area. All right, this one I can upgrade it to neutral. It doesn't look like it's, well, no, I'm going to leave it near fail. Doesn't look good enough. Now the cool part that I really like is watching these graphs update. I can go over here now and I can copy and paste these formulas across. Copy, paste. Oh yeah, look at the green, nice big green move up here. So that shows us that we have a lot more alerts. We have a couple more that are buys. We have fewer that are fails and sells. So, and fewer that are neutral. So our neutral ones turned into alerts. This is really nice. I really like seeing this. In a couple more days, as this expands up, it's going to be great. But as we were talking about the other day, once we get into our trades, we are already, get the right button here, we are already looking for our exit. We're already planning for our exit. We already know where the 1, 2, 3 bottoms are all over the place. We see them on poloniex. We see them as we're going through this. We're going to be able to pull up those data in time, and we'll go back to say, look at the date that this turned green. Look at the date that this was an alert. These are really basic trading signals. They don't give you the entry. They don't give you a stop loss. It just gives you the intention, the feeling. And as soon as we are in that and we're laid out our portfolio and we're ready now, I'm anticipating the markets are not going to go any higher than 51, 5,200, a top formation, then come back down. And I'm just going to briefly review that here every day, just because that's what you do in trading. You just keep reviewing it over and over and over. And look at the Fibonacci's. This is the Fibonacci extension based on this, the range of this move, the range of this bounce, the number 1 to the number 3. And then the extensions are the 1.272 and the 1.618. And I'm expecting either we're going to have the top here and we're going to see those RSIs change to give us the signal that this is a top and we should be getting out. We should be getting out of Bitcoin. We should be getting out of crypto. We should be going short at this time or into stablecoin, depending on your ideas, your strategies. Or you could leave all of your cryptocurrencies in place and take a large short position in Ethereum, Litecoin, and hedge your position. So as Ethereum and Bitcoin and Litecoin are all coming back here, you will gain money in your short position, but you'll be losing money in your crypto portfolio. So it kind of balances out and hedges your position while everything is coming back. Then you can take your short positions off as they make a bottom formation here. You would take those profits and reinvest them into the cryptocurrencies as a way to add on to your position. Then we are going to be in a place where we could see something worthwhile. And that's when the 200 period moving average is going to be on the 1 day view. That's going to be months from now. Months from now that this 200 period moving average is going to be coming down and working its way up. In that time, we're going to have prices coming up and coming down, coming up and coming down, and then building up. I got to go back. I take a look at, whoops, hold up. Clear that up. Now, what I want to show you here is really important for the longer term. And I'll be going over this again, so you don't need to see it now. But I'm going to show it anyway. 5-year view. Let's zoom back. We've been looking at this 5-year view, or the, what do you call it? 2015 of Bitcoin, talking about this 200 period moving average and how long it's going to take before the trend starts to go again. Look what happened to cryptocurrencies. This is pretty normal for most of the cryptos through this time. The cryptos came down, they went up, they came down, they went up. They had a little bit, and then Bitcoin started on its uptrend, and the cryptos got crushed. They just got crushed as Bitcoin went up all the way through the beginning of 2017, all the way till March of 2017. And there was a change right here. So from the time that the Bitcoin started its bull run up, the cryptos got crushed. And I'm anticipating that we're going to see some nice moves in cryptos right now, but there's going to be a time to get out of crypto and into Bitcoin. There's going to be a time to get out of the alts and into the main coin that's going to be driving everything else down. And we're gonna see that again. Bitcoin is just going to do that to everything. Then we know from March till July, there was a short period that turned into a massive boom where everything went up by 10 times. And Bitcoin was going up at the same time. Then we know from August of 2017 onward, prices got crushed again until December. They just got crushed as Bitcoin was going up. We had a little bit of respite as altcoins came up after Bitcoin topped out in December of 2017, January 2018. And then both Bitcoin and altcoins have been going down since then. So I'm anticipating altcoins are going to be doing something over the next while. They're going to make some nice moves. Then they're going to get crushed again. We'll see how that turns out. So now, at the end of the video, I said I was going to tell you more about the bull market watch. No, that's for free. You can just join up for that. What I wanted to talk about was the trading alerts. Because there are people out there who are wanting to have those kind of profits that we are demonstrating here. We've been working hard at this. We can see the ADA is up 24%. Now it's resorted itself here. Storage is still lifted at 51%, so the database has to update. I should go and force it to update. These are fantastic. And so we keep you current on Binance, BitMEX, and poloniex, and you don't have to spend hours scanning the charts. Instead, you can just log into the website and you can see what are the most recent alerts. You can sort them by date. You can sort them by risk to reward ratio so that you are looking for things that are going to give you the lowest risk and highest reward potential according to what the chart patterns are telling us. All sorts of stuff. And our methodology, you know, is all manually done. We look at the chart patterns and we update them regularly. And here's what our customers are saying. Just got back from the dojo. Brought out the good scotch tonight. Gil is 100% dancing. So shout out to Doug for assist on these trades in Link. he basically did a mini alerts package for him, and it really turned out well. We did some great trades on Link. I think actually we're still holding Link here at 67% profit off some of those earlier trades we did. So Aussie K Dog says, I can personally say that joining the alerts group has been the best crypto investment I made this group. Not only in only a couple of days, I've already helped fundamentally shift my thinking about how I trade. So also realizing how much I was over trading when I see how Doug approaches it, and seeing how he watches a trade size it up the way he does in advance. It's like a pilot watching the runway many miles out. So there's lots of great stuff here. Thank you so much. If I wasn't part of this group, I'd be biting my nails. Following you since March 2017. Thank you for your work. And one day I will go to Slovakia just for the meals. But you know, it's not just the trading alerts. You get training along with it. I want you to understand how to use these things so that you're a better trader, that you have those life-changing trades. And the first thing to know is our risk control rules. So we're teaching you how to use risk control in your trading, aside from where the entry and exits are. Really key stuff that absolutely changed the way I trade. And it's something I teach first in all of the courses and everything that I do. So this is kind of learn on your own, though. If you want to be taught this stuff and take a course with this and take classes, we're having that course come up very soon. You also get a training bonus where you can go through some of the backtesting spreadsheets, over 200 backtesting screenshots of the last bull markets, so that you can really study the pattern recognition of these trade setups that did already work into those 4,000, 2,000, 1,000% profit gains from the past. You get to recognize those. The third bonus is you get a free copy of my book, $79 value. This is something I've been writing for years and upgrading and improving and expanding. It's the textbook for the course. It's just like taking the course yourself by going through the textbook. But you're not doing this alone. We are there to help you out. We have a private area in our Discord chat that is just for these alerts. It is well worth your time. Well worth the cost for sure, what we're going through here. More than that, many people say that when to take profits is their hardest part. So we have a special training section, the most important bonus, number 5, on when to get out of these trades. So we start to demonstrate the 1, 2, 3 tops, the trend line breaks, the RSI, and the on-balance volume divergences that we look for on when to take profits. Of course, you can follow along with this live stream, and we'll go through. It's like a cryptocurrency trading lesson that's dripped out day by day. So at any rate, you get $450 worth of bonus training for signing up right away. And you don't even have to spend your crypto. You can sign up with PayPal and pay on your credit card. However, if you want to save 30% and get 3 months for the cost of 2, you can click here with the multiple cryptocurrencies accepted via coin payments, and you can pay with the coin that you think is going to go down the most. Just get rid of it, pay with that coin. And sure, it'll work. You can pay. And here's our disclaimer and more details about it. We are going to have the cryptocurrency trading course come up. That's limited membership, limited registration time, and I'll have more detail about that as these live streams continue. Let's go back to see what's going on in Bitcoin. Zoom into the 5-minute bar. 5-minute bar. Oh, we had some retracement there. Yeah, we had some retracement going on. Some strong retracement down below those levels too. So this is pretty key. It's got to come back up above these levels. Otherwise, that's not good. If it bounces off against these levels and pulls back, that's bearish for this moment, for this range. Same as Bitcoin. It's come up to these levels, pulled back, and now it's stuck underneath these levels. These were once support levels. Now they are resistance levels as prices have come down here. So Ethereum hasn't come down below and been poking up against resistance from the bottom. We'll have to see how this plays out. It's a nail biter all the way along. It's like watching, what do you call, World Cup soccer. You never know when the action is going to be, when it's going to be time to cheer. So great to have you guys along. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody being here. Hit the thumbs up button if you appreciate this. Be sure to subscribe so you get a notification about what's coming on next. I will be on 6 p.m. tomorrow, same time, same place. And 6 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be doing my daily 24 hours on Bitcoin. And I don't have a link to that below, but it is featured on the channel. A daily 24 hours to Bitcoin. I put it out on Twitter. I share it on our Discord chat. I'm doing 2 different streams, one in the evening on all these cryptos and one in the morning that is just on Bitcoin. And we do the same routine every morning on Bitcoin. It takes about 7 minutes and it completely covers what's going on Bitcoin. It's been pretty awesome so far. Thanks again for tuning in. I will sign off since there are no more questions or requests for different markets. Anything specific you'd like to take a look at? Dum, 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 dum. Great to have you all along. Be sure to add this video to a playlist. Help get the word out. Zoom back into BitShares. Getting pretty exciting. These are amazing markets. Great days. Great to have you guys along. Thanks again for watching. I will sign off for now and see you guys tomorrow.